Let's talk about the power of words. Words are so powerful, so important. When Jesus would speak, multitudes would gather. And it wasn't just because of the miracles he did. It was also because of the words he spoke. Now watch this. Luke chapter 7, there was a centurion man, right? And he had a sick servant. And he sent his friends to Jesus to tell Jesus to come heal his sick servant, right? Now, before this, Jesus had been healing people, but he would do it physically. He would come, heal people, he'll touch them, he'll be there. But the centurion man, he was different. He told his friends to tell Jesus that, Lord, you don't have to come to the house. Just send a word, and I know my servant will be healed. Like, what? That's crazy. The centurion man was basically telling Jesus, I don't need your hands. I don't even need your presence, because I know that your word alone can still touch my sick servant. See, I'm not going to lie to you. In this relationship with God, in this pursuit with God, you won't always get those wonderful tears. You won't always feel his wonderful presence. But if you can think like the centurion man and know that even when you're crying, even when you feel heartbroken, even when you feel lonely, even when you feel God's not there, that his word alone can still touch you. Just like how Jesus touched the centurion man's servant with just a word and not his presence. It's words, man. You see, Satan isn't powerful. He just knows something that we don't know about words. He's very persuasive. How powerful is the content of your words? You see, why did God choose Moses? One, because Moses was very, very humble. And two, because Moses didn't even like to talk. See, Moses had a stutter. So God chose Moses because he knew he wouldn't run his mouth carelessly because he had a stutter. And that stutter was a stutter that God gave Moses. Exodus chapter 4, verses 10 through 11. Moses tells God that he doesn't want to speak for the people because he has a stutter. He's slow with speech. He sucks at talking, basically. And God looks at Moses. He says, did I not make man's mouth? So basically, God was telling him, did I not give you your stutter? So ask yourself, God, why did you give Moses a stutter? What was the point of that? It's because God knew that he was going to put so much power, so much authority in the words Moses spake through him. So he had to give Moses a stutter. So Moses had more time to think about what he said every time he said it. You see, there's a place you get in God to where your weaknesses become your greatest strengths, to where your words become more than just letters on an alphabet. So you have to think about what you're saying before you say it. Words, man, powerful. So God is watching everything we say, gossiping, cursing, hate, lying, all of it. This is why God doesn't like lukewarm people, because lukewarm people are liars, not necessarily lying to everybody else, but they're always lying to themselves. So if we were made in God's image, let me show you how much we need to value our words. You see, God's word is so powerful that it actually formed flesh. His word is so powerful that it died on the cross to save us. God is so powerful, he didn't have to send himself to save the world. He just had to send his word, because Jesus is the living word. God's words are so powerful that we made a book about it. So if we were made in God's image, what are you doing with your words?